Howdy, y'all. It's JR Gonzalez. Today I'm kind of doing something different. I've got you here on the City Skylines screen because I'm going to give you a little update on Rancho La Mariposa, my ongoing City Skylines build. My save game for Rancho La Mariposa is having some problems, and I wanted to show you the problems in order for me to help me decide, in order for you to help me decide where I should go with the build and what I should do with it. Um, you have to look at it before you can make that decision. I'd really love your help, either by uh, telling me in the comments. The few subscribers that I have, I really appreciate your feedback on whether what I should do with this build. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start off, load up the game here. It takes about 16 minutes to 20 minutes to load. I want you to look at my save game. I've already, all the other saves which are there are prior saves, and they're all the same. But I want you to look at the last save game, which is actually back in August. I haven't really touched the game since August of last year. With the move, COVID and all this other stuff, work, I haven't really been able to record and actually play City Skylines as much as I want to, or at all actually. It hasn't been till recently that I've been able to get back on a schedule, but I had a lot of prior content that I hadn't edited, so I used all that content to get to where we are today. Finally, the last part of that content I uploaded 2 weeks ago, and we're here. And when I opened my save game, I found this. So let me load it, and we'll be back after I load it, so that you guys can see, what's going on with the game. So essentially, it took about 17 minutes to load. First of all, that's the longest it's ever taken to load the game. As the game loads, this is what I got. Network skins could not be restored because the used assets are missing. So I figured maybe a couple of assets, were taken down from the workshop that I didn't know over almost a year of not playing. So I opened the game, and I'm running about 8,000 assets, just so you know, and I'm running about 60 to 70 mods. It's the normal mods that pretty much everybody uses, nothing out of the ordinary, just construction mods that pretty much everybody uses on most of the games. But yeah, I'm running about 8,000 assets. Now, I know that's a lot of assets, but I pretty much have been using, or I pretty much used them because this is a really modded city. I wanted it to be a modded city, and I've used them a lot in the city. So anyway, so I opened the game, and when I pan out, because this is the last place that I was redoing the industrial area. I go out like this, and let's just move. Let's move left this way, and as you can see, everything that I built in this area right here is broken. All the roads that go down here, everything that I built in this area is pretty much gone. I had a line of commercial here. Our Walmart's still here, and some of the buildings are still here, but the road that was running down this way is all gone. So is some of the power line stuff. Now let's go over to the harbor area, and we turn here in the harbor area, and it's pretty much blank. I had warehouses and different assets here for warehousing that is all gone. I had a whole bunch of assets. Road that ran right by here is gone. If we go here to our first neighborhood, our oldest neighborhood, so first neighborhood I ever built. There's no roads. I had assets here for different commercial things, and they're missing. There's one missing there, one missing there. There's a whole bunch of them missing right here. There's that's a BART. There's one missing right there. There's another one missing there. Let's see. So technically, that was Main Street down here. I was gonna run it this way. So we're missing a road that runs right here, and a whole bunch of warehouses that I had up here as well. Here's my second area, and I had trees and I had fences all over this area. It was really all basically detailed out, and pretty much everything is gone. This one, on the other hand, is pretty much intact. For the most part, this neighborhood here is pretty much intact. So is this neighborhood here, and this neighborhood here. Actually, it's missing a road that ran down here. Actually, no, there's no road there. That's pretty much intact. So is this small neighborhood down here as well, of all the beach houses. Although there are roads missing. There's a road that I think that ran either right here or right here that's missing. Okay, so let's go to the main city in here, and pretty much the same thing. I lost some assets there. There were a lot more assets. I lost assets right here, right here, right here in the front as well, and right here in the front as well. Let's see. I don't see any roads that might be missing. Some cul-de-sacs. Here's a road that's missing. Missing assets here. A lot of assets along the highway that I'm missing. Again, roads that are missing around here in this trailer park area. The house was pretty much intact. So let me pull out, and this is where we're at. This is the oldest neighborhood. This is the last neighborhood I made before I shut down for the year. And again, see, there's a road that's missing right here. There's a lot of assets that had some decals that were in here that are missing. Here's some decals. There's fencing that's missing behind a lot of these homes that I built out that were really detailed. There's some trees that are missing that I put in there. So anyway, let's pull out all the way out. So this is where I was left out. There we go. This is the area that I had built. We had at the time of the build, I had 13,000 residents. I was moving on to, or moving for the next milestone, which would have been the big city. I was heading towards the 18,000, which would give me another tile, the campus, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I was looking forward to using. That's where I was headed as far as building out. I was ready to move into and probably expand up here, or maybe expand down this way, so we could connect this little town and finish that little town out. I actually built a national park, beach park down here, which is missing assets as well. So anyway, that's where I was left. And so I guess the question to you guys, so that I don't prolong it anymore, the question to you guys is, what do you think? Should I restore this? Should I go in, take maybe, several days, and just kind of restore what's missing, all the missing assets and the missing networks? Do you think that's a good idea? Have you ever had this problem yourselves? Maybe a broken mod that I was using. I did have, and I have to confess, I did have issues loading the game. So I did the troubleshooting things, which was unload all the mods and then go mod by mod to see which of the mods was affecting and crashing the game. And it was crashing the game every time until I think I took out. I think I had a conflict with a network. I don't remember, but I had a conflict with a couple of mods, which I removed, and the game came back to life. In essence, I was able to load the game without the game crashing. I was able to move inside the game and stuff. I haven't touched anything. The game, as it is loaded. I haven't done any new saves. But I wanted to hear your opinion as to what I should do. Do you think it's something that I can salvage and maybe take some time and recreate those areas and put in the new roads and assets that are missing? Or is that the end of Rancho La Mariposa and maybe start a new Cities Skylines build, brand new, from scratch? So that's basically what I wanted to give you as far as an update. There is going to be continuous content on the channel, but I wanted to get your input as far as Rancho La Mariposa is concerned and whether we should start all over and do something new, or if you guys would like me to try and fix what is broken and see if we can get it back to where it was. Please, I'm asking for you guys to just put it down in the comments. Give me your feedback. A few of you that are my subscribers, I really appreciate your feedback, and just put it down in the comments to let me know if you think this is something that I can salvage and continue the build, or if you would like to see something new and maybe start all over with the build. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. I don't want to make it too long. This is the update where we're at. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I've got a lot of different things going on, and I appreciate you guys subscribing so you know what's coming up in the channel. And don't forget to click that notify button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Adios.